What's going on, everybody? Can you guys hear me all right? I think I should be live. It looks like my audio levels are right. I'll give it another minute or two, then we'll get started. Sounding a bit distorted, you say. Oh, you're right. Thank you. My audio levels are all kind of messed up, so I was playing with them. So that's hopefully help a little bit. I think I also had some other settings I wanted to change. All right, testing now. How did the audio level sound? Now speech is too quiet. All right. Thanks, I appreciate the feedback. What about now? Yeah, I was doing some experiments the other day, so I have to change it. Music is too loud. All right, all kinds of problems. All right, how about this? I need to figure out how to like save settings in OBS so that when I'm doing stuff, I can actually just restore it to something that I know works. Better. All right, so we're good on the voice distortion and the audio levels. Excellent. All right, well, yeah, thanks for coming by, guys. So welcome to the live stream. Not too much of a plan today. I think what I'm going to do is try to make some audio and video reactive patches with Cat Party. A little bit of a status update. So I've been working on this fairly big release for the past couple months now. It's sort of all over the place. There's not really a general theme, but that should be coming out next week. I basically redid the auto mapping stuff on the synth. There's a lot of quality of life features. There's a handful of new modules in the synth. I also discovered like a lighting bug, but that's been basically in the calculations for the lighting system for basically forever. So things should look a little bit more like correct in 3D. I don't know if I have any obvious examples, but there's definitely just going to be some general improvement to the rendering quality. But yeah, so we're gonna start with Cat Party. I have audio plugged in and I have the camera plugged in, so we're just gonna make some audio video patches. So I'm gonna start first just by turning the camera on. So in the Cat module, we're just replacing, actually what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the AB module so we get a little bit of flexibility. The AB module lets you choose two other texture sources and blend between those. Right now the mix is I'm setting it all the way to the left, and then I'm going to put the left to be video channel 1, and then down the road we can go in and put something in channel B to actually add a little more content. So video image, there we go. All right, so right now it's just this texture mix being fed through the effect unit, or through the party module, which is basically just an effect. So we're going to go into the modulation module and add some audio reactive patches. So we can just load one of the stock audio reactive modulation patterns right here. Oh, let's do, this is a new thing I got. All right, so I'm going to preview just so we can actually see what we're generating right here. So I fixed this spiral. It's not super important. Actually, wait, I got a couple of things here. What do I have? Oh yeah, we got that. It's new. We got this. It's new. These are new modules. All right, so we're gonna use this one for this patch. So now we have like a, yeah, pretty straightforward. It's just some audio active bands. So that's modulation channel 1. I'm gonna go to modulation channel 2. There's another new thing, or at least it's like a fixed thing. So this like spiral is actually like a spiral now, as opposed to not a spiral. Before it was some weird like symmetrized version of a spiral. This is definitely like way cooler. So this is what we're gonna play around with. Then we're gonna put the band wave in here. So now we have some audio active spirals. So you can go in here and actually like change some spiral coefficients. I'm actually gonna put this on like on an LFO. I'm gonna make that oscillate between that and that really slowly. So we're just making some like auxiliary patterns, then we're gonna plug random parameters into them. I don't really know what we're doing yet. I'm also gonna make the center of this LFO move around, or the center of this modulation pattern, which is done with these origin coordinates right here. So this is moving these around. I'm just gonna put these on LFO. It's nothing particularly complicated. What? Oh. Weird. All right, so now we have, I think, going a little bit too fast. See that? And so now you have this guy moving around a little bit. We'll make the Y coordinate move around a little bit too. Let's make it a little different. I'm gonna put it on a triangle wave for no particular reason. All right, so now I got the spiral. It's kind of moving around. It's reacting to the audio. Actually, I probably should start it first. There we go. All right, so we have two modulation patterns. You know what? I'm actually gonna, while I'm in here, come on. All right, so we've got two modulation patterns here. I'm gonna make some modulation patterns based on the video. Actually, let's make one based on the output of the cat module. We're just gonna make a mask, and then we can use that for something later too. So we're gonna choose cat mod text, wherever that thing is. That thing. So this is gonna be the output of the cat module, which right now is just basically a black and white version of the effect, or of the image. And we're going to put that through the RGB similarity reduction here. So if you guys don't know, so like these modulation patterns are one-dimensional, and we're making a mask from the video channel in order to go from like the actual texture, which is an RGB texture, down to like a one-dimensional thing. You have this like reduce module right here, which basically lets you like either get like the luminosity or the value or some other kind of function of the actual texture and return that as the modulation result. But what we're gonna do is use this RGB similarity thing, which basically lets you like select a color. So we're gonna basically select similarity to black. So it's like picking out my hoodie. See, hoodie's black, so black shows up as white. So anything that's like black in the image is gonna show up as white. And we can change like the threshold to actually get a little bit more. So it's basically just gonna like pick out my face and part of the background. So we can use that to like toggle effects and shit. All right, so we have 3 modulation patterns right here. All right, so now we'll go into the party module and we can start doing stuff. Like the first thing we can do is we can make the effects selective based on some of these masks. So now we have the amount of the rainbow effect being dependent on these modulation patterns we made. You can also do this thing. So this is applying an effect basically only to my face. All right. I also really like this hyper effect right here. Bands. So this is chopping things up based on the amount of audio. You can go into it and you can change the orientation to that, and then you can change the amount, so it can make it a little more subtle. All right. So, instead of using this rainbow effect, we're gonna actually use one of my new effects. We're gonna turn this effect off. Effect amount 2 we'll put on this mask channel, which is modulation pattern 3. All right. And now, right now it's the invert effect, but there's a new palletizing effect, which looks really cool. It's coming in the release this week. Let's see how this looks here. Basically, you just choose a palette. Then it applies a palette to the image in an interesting way. Yeah, so we got that going on. And now, for effect 1, we're gonna use one of these feedback mixers. So now we got some feedback going on here. We're gonna turn it on. Let's see if we can yeah, let's trigger this with some of the audio. All right, so that's a start. What else do we even have in here? Is this light? I don't ever use this lighting module. Do I even want it? I don't know. Let's fuck around with it. Oh shit. Oh no. Hit my camera. I'm gonna keep the lighting off. I might literally get rid of that module. I'm not really sure though. Let's add some more audio reactive modulation here. Nope, that's not doing anything at all. Oh, because there is no blue. Alright, there's a little bit more audio activity going on there. So we're gonna go into this this mixer effect I have right here. And I'm gonna start messing around with the mix levels and stuff like that. I don't like exactly that this is that orange. There's just huge blocks of orange. I kind of like the color palette itself, but just the sheer volume of the amount of orange I don't really care for. So I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. I'll turn this off. So effects 2 amount. A little better. Let's try a different palette. Or we can actually let's play around with that. Let's just keep it on this guy right here. All right, different palettes. All right, now let's go into the cat module, and we set up this AB texture earlier to blend between the camera and some other source. Let's set the other source to be like the final output of the synth. Then we create another level of feedback. Maybe it'll do something cool. I'm not really sure. Play around with texture bias. Alright, I think there's one more thing we can play with here. We have a hyper effect, which I think is off. Let's go into it and actually fuck around with it. Try everyone. What about dither? Edges? Oh yeah. It's not terrible. Doesn't look like it's reacting to the audio enough. So let's go into the bands and turn up the intensity of this band distortion. We can also change the number of bands. What if we modulate this intensity parameter by something interesting? Whoa, that is wild. This is definitely very bizarre. Cool. I'm gonna have to get myself slightly out of the frame. All right, let's play around with the color some more. I kind of like where this is headed. All right. Put a whole bunch of palettes here. All right, what else can we do? There's a second effect, or edge detection effect. No, the first one's better. Madness, it's turning madness. What's happening, man? Invert. Yeah. What do we think? No, that's something better. Try the film grain effect. What about, let's go back to these guys. I do kind of like this actually. Looks like it's like selectively dithering based on... I have no idea what's happening here, but this is great. This is cool. All right, I'm gonna change the color palette a little bit more, and then this one might be done. Wow, there's really... I didn't think there were this many palettes. Alright, that's the color palette. Can I put this on this mask? No. Alright, I like it. Alright, this is our patch. Or at least one of our patches for today. Let's save it. Come on. Alright, let's do it again. Cat party. We're going to go into the cat module. And again, we're going to... How's this thing? Oh, yeah. We're going to go and load another module that's new. This basically lets you turn any other texture into a palletized version of that texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to load one of these video processing modulation patterns. So first let's preview it to actually see what we're getting. Alright. This is our modulation channel. And then in the cat module, actually, first of all, we're going to use the AB texture module again, so we can blend two sources together. We'll go in, turn the mix all the way to the left channel. For left, we're going to use this new module called the X palette. This is coming in the release. It's out this week. So we're going to just preview this module on its own. So this is basically just taking this modulation channel and then putting it in this reduce to turn it into one dimensions and putting it through a palette. So we're basically just literally palletizing the video based on its hue or based on its value. Let's see if I can go into the modulation pattern and get a little more. I wonder if there's any way to make the background less just monochrome. Basically looking for like maximum contrast. That's way too noisy. Yeah, maximum contrast might be best through this guy again. It's pretty good. Alright, so we're sticking with that. Then we're gonna go back into here. Come on. And preview this guy. So this is the output of the cat module. So now we're going to go into the party module, and I really want to get some video feedback going. So I'm going to turn the effects off, turn off the preview. What the hell's going on? I think I turned the fade all the way down. I'm going to turn this effect off. We're going to turn effect 2, no, we're going to turn effect 1 all the way on. We're going to go in here and load the mixer effects. I think I already have this actually like set up right here. Mixer FB, yeah. Alright. I need to turn the mix down. And I'm gonna turn these. Oh, this is like, it's distorted. That's not good. It's like squashing the copy based on the wrong aspect ratio. So this is not the place that I'm going to get feedback in because it looks bad. So I'm going to get rid of this module. I have to fix that, I think. Yeah. All right. We'll turn that off for now. Is it like that? Yeah. No. All right. We can get feedback in another way. We'll do it in the cat module. So we're going to blend that with the final output result like we were doing earlier, except we'll actually try to make it look good this time. Actually, you know what? Let's try this mixer again, but instead of using the final output buffer, we'll use the cat module buffer. Okay. So mix, instead of output, it should also be pretty close to feedback. There we go. All right, so let's play around with the blending mode. Then we get more feedback. What I don't understand is why there's only like 2. It's kind of cool. Feedback copies as opposed to more. I guess it's not actually doing feedback is why. All right, I'm gonna think about this a little bit more. Actually, yeah, it's just a sub-party. Will that work? No. Oh, it's working now. Alright, that is unfortunate. There's definitely some kind of glitch here with the aspect ratios. I don't know what exactly it is, but... Alright, before we get too far into here, I'm going to go into here and I'm going to create a new modulation pattern that's reactive to audio. We'll use one of the new... Let's use stripe 3. One of the new generators that I added. Alright, so that's our modulation pattern. Let's go back to here. Let's hook that up to like this guy. Let's put the music onto something that's actually doing something so we can actually visibly see what's going on. Cool. Alright. We're going to change the deformation to... Oh, tile 2, is that new? I think this is new too. Oh, yeah. What the hell is this thing even? Tile amount, yeah, alright. And... Alright, we're gonna hook this into the modulation pattern as well. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, and then hyper effect, we have aberrates. No, we're gonna do a different hyper effect. I need to add more of these hyper effects because they are definitely cool. Tunnel. No, not today. Edges. Cool. You know, I need to like make these little like curvy shits in the modulation pattern animated. I think I can do that with the phase parameter right here. So here's our modulation pattern. I'm gonna put the phase parameter through an LFO, just a scroll wave with rate 49 beats per minute. Done. Start. So that gives that some animation. I think I can also put like the X origin coordinate through an LFO. I'll make that, yeah, another scroll wave. Actually, let's put it on step wave. I don't think that worked at all. Let's try, yeah, let's just do a sine wave. Oh, come on. All right, so that's our modulation pattern now. So now I've just added some motion into the background of these patterns. I don't know if I'm going to keep using this like effect. I think it looks cool, but like, let's actually go into here and like, I think I can tone it down. That's, no, your maximum. Yeah, some of the effect. So we still get the color, we still get the cool edge detecting thing. All right, so yeah, let's go into here. I think there's like a couple of other parameters too. There's invert. I kind of like that. Madness. Madness, no madness. All right, that looks good here. All right, we're not using effect 2, so now we're going to. Create another mask in channel 3. This is going to be based on the entire output buffer. Where are you? Outtext. All right. So this is our mask. No, that's already output. So we can basically selectively turn on and off effects based on this right here. So this should keep a lot of the edges, but start processing some of the other stuff. Assuming we put this onto modulation channel 3. Whoa, holy shit. Alright. I think I'm creating, I'm creating a feedback loop, that's right. Let's try this guy. Ooh. And that's right, and is the invert effect is its own inverse. When it gets fed back on itself, it's just a binary flip on each frame of the animation. So we're gonna use a different effect. Black and white? No. Saturate. Alright, I like how we're getting these weird windows of feedback going on in these kind of things right there. That's interesting. adjust. I want more of this like tile effect. That was coming from, yeah, the deformation here. Alright, tile amount is on modulation channel 2. Yeah, I did like that, except... What about this? Alright. Let's go into the cat module. Oh yeah, I think somebody asked for like a theta control for this thing right here. So we have this now too. Let's put this theta control through modulation pattern and see what happens. Whoa. What the fuck? Alright, I'll take it. Let's tone it down a little bit though. Alright, so now in the AB texture, we're going to start blending in. What are we blending in here? Lights? Nah. Let's blend in, you guys know what this XYZW texture is? Actually, let's try the FFT texture, just get some audio activity. With the rainbow version. And then we can put the mix amount on modulation pattern 2. So it's also being based on these like weird curvy bands we have. But I want to actually use this texture right here. So this texture basically lets you generate a texture based on modulation channels. So this is literally what we've done there. This is a generated texture where, like, I think we're using a weird color space, but the 3 axes of the color space are made by the first 3 modulation channels. And then, I don't even know if it's doing anything useful. Let's turn this off. Whoa, alright, now we're getting somewhere. I think we're getting weird feedback because this is using the modulation pattern as like a texture source, and the modulation pattern is also based on the output, so we're getting feedback into here. It's a little bit too like dark, so let's you know, I think one of these modulation patterns is based on this. Let's go in here and invert it and see what happens. Sure, why not? Alright, we're gonna go into here. This is what the cat module looks like. It's actually pretty cool on its own. I think we're mangling it a little bit too much in the party module. So we have this effect. Let's turn it down. This is the edge detection? No. Oh, it's a mixer. I don't even think this thing's doing anything. Alright. Yeah, it basically has no effect. You also don't seem like you have much of an effect. Alright. Hyper effect 0.83. There we go. Alright, so now effect 1. Instead of the mixer, I'll just randomly go through and like try some things. Hey, I like that a lot. I want to zoom this guy in real quick. I'm literally just going to go in here and play with the scale control. Alright, where were we? We were playing around with this effect. I have no idea what's happening, but I like it. Alright, and we also have effect 2, which I don't think is doing much. Yeah, let's go here and change that effect from adjust to something else. No. It's a lot, but I kind of like it. Let's see if I can like tone down some of the gnarliness of it. What actually are we doing here? So it's a spaz effect, of course. Are there any parameters here? No. Nah, it's not doing it. Saturate. Quantize? No. HSV madness. Alright, I have no idea what I'm doing. No, I don't like this. Palette. Edges 3. Grain. Man, barely legible. Alright, I need another level of like something going on. I don't know what it is. How about I play around with another modulation pattern? We'll use as a source combination of this texture to get some audio activity. That already looks great. All right. And then I'll animate the phase of this. Surprisingly slow. Alright, so we have a modulation channel there now, which we can throw into something. Alright, that's making it a little bit more interesting. That's kind of what I was going for. I don't like how, like, the image in this weird processed edge detective audio reactive version of the camera image are like a little bit too distinct. I wish they were kind of more of like a homogeneous thing. Let's try a different blend mode right here. Change the palette here. Not doing anything. Yeah, this isn't really doing anything for me at the moment. Alright, let's try something else. See, that's actually kind of awesome. It doesn't really look like the camera input at all, but it's still pretty great. It's like its own source. I have no idea what's causing it. It's modulation pattern 1. Just using the video, which I think is really doing it for me, which I think is what that source is. Let's use cat text. All right. We're scratching video interactivity off of that right there. We're going with whatever this is. This is like eyeballs. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm using the cat. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the output texture. Sure, I'll take it. Alright, we'll play around with this palette. I'm going to try to recover some of the video interactivity because this is cool. It'd be great if it was this applied to like the actual video texture, so I'm going to try to figure out what the hell. I did lose that. I think it's the modulation right here. Oh wait, no. Come on. All right. Blend modes. All right, it's getting some of the video activity back. I think it's just way processed. All right, let's go back into here. Turn the video camera back on. Nah, output texture. Let's try that one. All right, almost getting there.
That is constantly changing. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. That is constantly changing. Always rearranging. Always rearranging. Always rearranging.
Okay. Not really what I had in mind, but cool. Alright, I'll take it. Let's see if I can get a little bit more of the video texture back in here. No. I'm gonna just put that on an LFO, because why the hell not? It'll be really slow though. If I make it have fewer tiles. Tile amount 0.53. I did like that amount of tile. All right, and now a couple more things. I'm gonna go. Oh, I have 2 palette effects. I don't want that at all. All right. Yeah. All right. So instead of this, actually, yeah, we'll keep that there. I'll just change the effect. Instead of palette, feedback. All right. This might be getting pretty close. Oh, what do I even have on the hyper effect? That was entirely off, huh? Alright, let's turn the mix down. Or make the mix on a mask. Oh, god damn it. Alright, this might be it for our patch. I'm getting pretty tired. I had a long week. So I'm going to save this. And that's it. Alright. Anybody have any questions or anything? We might have a short stream today. Of course, I'll be back next weekend. We get all those variations by going in here and changing the palette. All right, cool. Well, I'll see you guys next weekend then. Thanks for coming by, everybody.